Hello, I'm Jonasz Rewiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. Russia launched 94 strike drones against Ukraine overnight. The country's Air Force reported drone hits at 4 locations across the country. Now, on the outskirts of Zaporizhia, Russian forces struck with guided aerial bombs. A residential house was destroyed and the blast wave and debris damaged nearby buildings. 2 children were wounded as a result. According to regional officials, Russian forces carried out 808 strikes on 39 settlements in the Zaporizhia region alone over the past 24 hours. Meanwhile, in Russia, the city of Novorossiysk came under another drone attack. According to the regional operation headquarters, 3 people were wounded, but no damage to industrial facilities was reported. However, independent Russian media outlets, based on eyewitness video analysis, suggested that the fire occurred near the Shesharis oil terminal, one of Russia's largest and most strategically important oil export terminals. Now, moving on to the front line, Russian forces continue their offensive on the Dobropilya axis, concentrating their main efforts towards Pokrovsk and the village of Hryshina. In addition to the primary objective of reaching the immediate outskirts of Dobropilya, Russian command is likely attempting to achieve 2 additional operational goals: cutting the Dobropilya-Kramatorsk road and advancing to positions south of the settlement. By doing so, Russian forces aim to create conditions similar to those seen near Konstantinivka, namely a deep operational envelopment of Ukrainian defensive positions from multiple directions. Now, we're turning to the Middle East, where a large-scale military escalation unfolded over the weekend. On the morning of the 28th of February, the United States and Israel launched a military operation against Iran. Missiles and airstrikes targeted numerous facilities across the country, including the office and residence associated with Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei in Tehran. Israeli and Iranian sources later confirmed the death of the Iranian Supreme Leader. Approximately 3 hours after the initial strikes, Iran launched retaliatory attacks. Missiles were fired at Israel and the U.S. military bases in Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain and the United Arab Emirates. During the night of the 2nd of March, Iran carried out a 9th wave of strikes targeting Israel and U.S. military facilities in the region. Iranian drones also struck Erbil International Airport in northern Iraq, where a U.S. military base is located. In Kuwait, the U.S. Air Force F-15 Eagle fighter jet crashed west of the city of Al-Jahra. Social media footage showed the aircraft falling from the sky and at least one pilot successfully ejecting. He survived as a result. Now, at the same time, Israel carried out several strikes against positions of Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, one of Iran's closest regional allies. During the night of the 2nd of March, Hezbollah launched rockets and drones at northern Israel, describing the attack as retaliation for the killing of Iran's supreme leader. One rocket was intercepted, while others landed in open areas without causing any casualties. In response, the Israel Defense Forces struck Hezbollah headquarters and infrastructure in Lebanon. Shortly afterwards, IDF Chief of Staff Eyal Zamir announced the start of an offensive operation against Hezbollah, saying that Israel had prepared for a multi-front war scenario. Lebanon's health ministry reported that 31 people were killed and 149 wounded in the Israeli strikes. According to Al Arabiya and Al Hadath, Hezbollah political leader Mohammad Rad was killed in one of these attacks. Recently, footage has appeared online showing the moment a ballistic missile directly hits a hotel in Dubai. The video shows the missile falling rapidly and a powerful explosion instantly engulfing the upper floors of the building. The impact caused a massive shockwave. Debris from the structure scattered over a considerable distance, and a cloud of dust and smoke instantly rose in the area of the incident. Eyewitnesses reported panic among civilians and the immediate arrival of emergency services.
my God.
Of course, these attacks are undermining the position of Dubai as a regional safe haven, a place that is safe from military conflicts, or at least used to be. There was also a humorous angle later on, with people actually leaving negative Google reviews for the hotel, one of them adding a comment, which read, "No air defense." I mean, in this day and age, do you expect every single hotel to have an air defense system? Is that the future we're looking at? Well, it really depends what we're going to see happening in the Middle East later on. But coming back now to the situation on the ground, what you're about to see might be the most striking images from the Iran conflict, at least so far. Over 20 BGM-109 Tomahawk cruise missiles were seen heading towards Iranian territory. Now, according to preliminary data, the launch took place on the 28th of February 2026, with the missiles seen flying above a field somewhere in northern Iraq. Now, Tomahawks are high-precision, long-range weapons capable of traveling over 1,500 kilometers, maneuvering over difficult terrain and attacking targets with minimal radar visibility. Their use usually indicates strikes on strategic targets, command posts, weapons depots, air defense systems, or military command infrastructure. And really, this might end up as one of the most iconic images from this conflict. It truly has a haunting quality to it, with all those cruise missiles, powerful instruments of war, flying above the idyllic greenery. Makes you think of a similar scene at the end of the third Terminator movie, except that actually featured nukes and was a prelude to the end of the world, so let's hope the analogy is only superficial. Anyway, moving on to our next story. A dangerous incident has been reported in Qatar, where debris from a downed missile fell in close proximity to civilians. Footage circulating online shows the moment the missile fragments fell directly onto a street where people were present. According to preliminary data, the missile was intercepted by air defense systems, but even the successful destruction of a target in the air does not guarantee complete safety on the ground. After being hit, the warhead and large fragments of the casing continued to fall along a ballistic trajectory, posing a deadly threat to the civilian population.
साइड पे हो जाओ साइड पे भागो वो मारे देंगे Oh my God. Guys, look at other. Look at other. Look at other. Look at other. Anything here? Oh my God. बिल्कुल मेरे रूम के सामने. या अल्लाह खैर.
And that's all for now for this edition of Military Mind. Please stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news, updates and commentary.